Hello, my beloved tribe. My name is Emily Potter, and I am the director of this tribe, the Lightworker Musicians Tribe, and the Million Kisses Foundation. And I have a heart wide open for those of you who have experienced hopelessness. So, are you someone in our tribe who is experiencing hopelessness or has ever experienced hopelessness that your musical dream will ever happen? So, first of all, I want to just offer you a heart-to-heart connection of understanding. I've totally experienced that myself, and also that we're just both human and we get to experience just a soft feeling together. And then we're going to get to work. But I want to share with you that you are human, you're having the full spectrum of your emotions, and it's being honored right now. So what happens when we are feeling that hopelessness is the equivalent of you just don't feel like seizing opportunities when they come anymore, because what's the point? Something about that, something can come your way and you just don't feel so ready as you would have in a younger version of yourself to just seize it, because what's the point? It's not going to get you where you want it to go, because you're feeling hopeless and you're feeling like it doesn't matter what you do because you'll never get where you want to go. And that's really, really a hard place to be. And another one that happens is that you might just watch a lot more television, watch a lot more Netflix than you ever have before, because it's hard to get out of bed. It's hard to do anything that could continue the dream. And then another really big one that is always calling the big dreamer out there is cynicism. That you're feeling so hurt. The inner child in you is feeling so hurt that your dream is not coming to fruition, that you really just want to go into being cynical. And I get that. It's a call always. It's always a choice to turn that off. And so the hopelessness, the cynicism, the just rolling of your eyes at anyone who's trying to go for a dream, you can really turn on and be really inflamed inside of you. So that's something I really have compassion for. And these are the consequences if we continue to stay in that place of hopelessness. But I want to share with you that if you're not ready to get out of hopelessness, then stay where you're at and feel it all the way through. And I'm going to share with you why I have a lot of room and space to have you consider that as one of your tools. There's a lot of space for you to have the full experience of your musical journey. So feel what you need to feel, honor it all the way through, because the solution I have for you today is, it has room for that. But I want to share with you at least to take the accountability, and I know that there's consequences. And I know that if I stay in hopelessness and choose hopelessness when I really have all choices, and you stay there and stay there and stay there, then I just want you to know that there are consequences to that. And that's what I'm talking about, the cynicism, all of these things. And so with that in mind, and with you knowing that it's a daily choice, and with you being seen for the hopelessness that you might be feeling even just today, I want to now go into a solution for you. Go ahead and take a deep breath with me. Some of you I know can even be just in bed right now. It's hard to get out of bed. You feel so hopeless, and so just what's the point? And all of those things. So taking a deep breath with someone who cares. Go ahead and take another deep breath. Here's one little solution for this one little window of time that we have together today. It's one phrase to embrace and one action step to embrace. Okay, so there's a lot of opportunities, a lot of things that you could do, but we're not going to worry about any of them. We're going to worry about one action step and one phrase. And these are tools for you today so that something in you can be lit up. Oh, I think my internet went out a little bit. Okay, I think I'm back. So I want my intention with this one action step and this one phrase is just to bring in a little bit of a spark where there might have been nothing even 5 minutes ago. The one action step is actually up to you, but I want it to be something new. the action step gets to be something new, something that you haven't done. It could even be that it's small things where you're just getting out of a pattern. So I'm going to take it to the example I used earlier. You might be someone who is watching a lot more Netflix than you ever have because there's nothing else that feels good, because you're depressed and feeling like that's all you have because you're feeling hopeless. Even if this is how small I want this action step to feel for you, and you're consciously making a choice to continue to live into hope. So you might be watching, 3 shows, and instead of 3, you just do 2. That's an action step. Now, maybe you're not in that place and you want to go into another action step outside of your home. You decide what that action step is, but I want it to be something that feels new. So another example is if you've ever wanted to go for something and it's too expensive, you have that label on it and you already know what the thing is that you want, just consider that the action step could be taking off the label, just saying, there it is, this is what I want. And then ending it there, where you may not be ready to actually take the second action step, which you might be. You're just making room by taking away that thing that says it's too expensive, I'll never be able to do it. That thought is an action step, is actually just removing that thought. Okay, so that's an action step, something like that. So then you have room here, you have energetic room to possibly have something sprout. Now, these are all really, really gentle ones. You know if there's something bigger and greater that action step can be. The one phrase that I want you to embrace today and utilize and say it with me is this one. And this one works for me all the time. No matter whatever happens, I can land on this phrase, and I want to give it to you today. It's not over until I win. So I'm going to explain it, and then I'm going to invite you to say it with me. What it means to me, it's not over until I win, is that I can have the full journey. I can be in my ups, I can be in my downs, I can be far away having no idea how to get to that dream. I can have all of that here because I can take naps, I can watch too much TV, whatever that is, and feel so distant from my dream, because no matter what, I can land on the belief and the knowingness inside of me, it's not over until I win. And what that means to me is that I will be living my dream. I will. And I offer this very strong warrior-like phrase to you. And it's something that you can say even if you're in bed today, not able to get up because you're feeling so hopeless. You can at least say it, because that means then you can just roll over and take a nap and know that the warrior in you is still alive and burning inside of you. So if you are someone who's ready to say that phrase, I want you to say it with me right now. So on the count of 3, anyone who's a warrior ready to open a new opportunity, I invite you to say this phrase with me on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. It's not over until I win. Say it again. 1, 2, 3. It's not over until I win. Breathe that in. This is an empowering phrase that gets right to the core inner child inside of you, that stubborn knowing, that inner child playfulness, that warrior, that fighting spirit. Even if you are drowning, your inner child is still fully awake and alive. And it's not over until I win is definitely one that can center you back, so that there's room for you to experience anything that you're experiencing today, because it's all part of the journey. And you get to create beautiful songs based on how you're feeling right now. There's room for all of it. So the action step is yours, whatever you want that to be, but I would specifically want you to change something and do something new. And the phrase is yours as well. So for those of you who are ready to take a new action step, and you want that action step to be that you and I actually finally have our conversation, and you actually reach out to me, that can be an action step that you do. You are invited to do so. And you're invited to continue to utilize that phrase. It's not over until I win. So for those of you who would like to take that action step and reach out to me, what happens is that you are then on a new vista where there's new, almost like if you're on the top of a mountain, you can't see when you're just out on the beginning of the trail. You can't see unless you get up to the new vista and have that action step of climbing up to the vista. And when you get there, there's this breath of wind that comes that you can't feel, you can't see anything until you get there. And that's the invitation, that there's new life being available to you once you take an action step. And so that's for you to consider. If it is time for you to reach out, then you're going to find so much breath of wind that you cannot see otherwise. So I look forward to talking to you one-on-one, and we will talk about your strategy. And I'll get you the same results that I was able to give the clients that I've worked with that also have been in your position and who are now on the other side. That's exciting, and you'll know it as you continue on this path. It's not over until I win, and I am sending my love and my compassion for you if you've experienced this, and I'll talk to you in the next video.